Joseph Austin. And the relationship with God was not good at all because I did not understand what God was before. Although I was brought up in a Catholic family, I had no relationship with God. Just because my parents used to pray, I prayed. I was forced to go to church. I never actually understood what God was. Although I had many experiences before that there was a help from God. But I always felt maybe it's a coincidence, everybody faces it in the life, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. But from internally, I did not have anything to believe. Always I had a feeling that I should know God personally, I should see, means I should have a personal experience. I was waiting for a magic to happen in my life, which never happened before. Later on, came into contact with friends who used to smoke, drink. Even I used to enjoy with them. I used to make a lot of money because I had a good technical knowledge in designing, interior designing, plumbing, electrical. I'm earning my money, I'm spending my money. My home people also, they never gave much interest on me by any chance. They were always bothered about elder brothers and elder sisters and what they are going to do. But nobody had paid any interest towards me, neither on my studies, neither on me, anything, except for my mom and dad. I met a girl whom I knew from the college itself. She used to go to the college and we used to go just roam around. I knew that she was a very simple girl. One fine day, she fell unconscious on the road and luckily in my hands, and I carried her to a doctor. When I carried her to a doctor, doctor said she has taken poison and it's a dangerous case. You have to inform the police. We informed the police also, called her parents. Later on came to know that she was raped. The second day when she came into her senses, she started crying and asking me, why did you save me? Because I've been raped and I just want to die. I told her, taking your life is not in your hands. You must not do that. You must trust in God. But she was adamant. She asked me, then who will get married to me? Although she was a Hindu girl. I said, okay, even I'm Catholic. It's okay. I'll get married to you. That's the way I got married to her. Later on, got married in the church also. After 2 years, she was converted. She herself wanted to be converted to our religion, Catholic. She wanted to become a Catholic. For 5 years, we didn't have any much of a problem. But side by side, my work also was going on well and my income also was fine. And I used to enjoy with my friends. Once my son was born, by that time, I used to have regular parties every day in the house with my friends, my family members, my neighbors, and money was no issue. Later on, it so happened, I faced some personal problems in my family life, and I could not face it. I went to many of my own family members for help. But instead of helping me, they only put me into the category of an alcoholic, Bevda. You are worthless. It is your mistake. She's a nice girl and you are not doing anything and you must be the cause of everything. My drinks were becoming more and more. Financially, I was going low. My business went down. All sorts of things happening, and at the same time, my son also suffering from this attack added the problem. There were other problems also, severe problems. Later on, my wife only told me, why don't you go to that place called Pota and see? Here, I did not like anything. Taking the plate, go, have food. I said, what is this? Like a beggar, we must go with the plate. At home, mommy or my wife comes and serves me. And at the same time, I was missing my smoking and drinking also a lot. Because inside, you're not supposed to drink. But smoking, I had smuggled some cigarettes here. That I should take care. But I told my brother, see, I'm fed up with this place. I want to go back. But he said, no, just wait for a few more days. Just at one day. And that was I don't know the exact day when he took me to some blind brothers. And there they told me that in Malayalam, that you are very diplomatic. You are come for your eye. You have come for a finance problem, you have come for a business, you have come for your vehicle, you have come for your land. That land will be transferred. The vehicle, it has become a matchbox. That time I didn't understand the meaning of matchbox. Later on came to know that it had met with an accident. And he also said, but you forgot the most important thing which you want. And that's your son. Jesus is touching him right now. That was the most surprising moment. I said, these people, I can't understand what these people are talking. But just to please my brother, I said, okay. I came down and I called up home. I asked my wife, how is our son Chris? She said, amazing. He didn't have a single attack the day you left. From that day up to now, he did not have a single attack at all. And the doctors had told me after the age of 16, he cannot walk or run fast. He took a black belt at the age of 10 and he became a gold medalist in Malad. This was a happy moment for me, no doubt. But by this time, my drinks had actually caught up with me. I had turned from bad to worse. From the hi-fi drinks, I slowly came to country drink. Later on, I realized that without drinks, I cannot do anything. I went to the rehab many times, 5 times. I had failed. Every time in the rehab, I was okay. Once I came out, I went back to drinks. One fine day, I gave my house on rent and I got 25,000 rupees. That was a big amount in a beggar's hand. First thing what I did was, I bought 4 bottles of GM, that is government drink, kept it. 1 quarter was there. But I forgot to bring food. That's the last thing in the alcoholic's mind. Then I said, come on, let me go and have my drink. Here, I met God's angel. Yes. I did not know that lady's name. Just she came out and she asked me, are you a Catholic? I said, yes. Why? Do you drink? I said, yes. I felt that Catholic are having the license to drink now. So I thought maybe this lady is going to give me a drink or something like that. I don't know why she is asking. She said, just come with me. Her house was there only. I went to a place, sat down. She offered me a glass of water. She told me, how much do you drink? I said, I don't know. Whatever I get, I drink. What is your brand? I said, any brand. There's no brand or anything like that. I said, okay, then you should go to the AA meetings. I said, for the last donkey's years, I'm going over there and it's of no use. I'm going over there. There's so many steps to follow. I'm following everything. They're asking to pray to God. I'm praying. Nothing, no help. And admit that you're an alcoholic. That also I've admitted. But I cannot stop my drinks. I've gone to the rehabs. Then she asked me only one question. Why did you go to the rehabs? I said, my wife told me to go to the rehab. My mommy told me, my neighbors told me, my friends told me, my home people told me, my business colleagues told me. I went there. Then I said, when I was there, it's okay. But once I came out, I started again. He's saying, why didn't you go for yourself? I said, that's the exact thing what I can't do. Then she used a simple word, then pray. My God, this lady is not going to give me anything. It's better just push off, go home, finish the drinks are there. This is what I thought, and I walked out from there. But that lady, what she has said, then pray. Said, I'm praying so many times. I've gone to Pota so many times. I've gone here, but I can't leave the drinks. And she's asking me to pray again. My God knows. But while lying down, as usual, I had my mommy's sari. She had gone and just held that sari. I started to cry alone. And I thought of all my past. How people used to come to me when I had money, when the parties were going on. How this house used to be full of people. All type of veg, non-veg food, all type of drinks. Let's say beer, vodka, gin, rum, everything is there. How everybody enjoyed, including my own family members. And now that I'm in this state and in a beggar's line, not a single person is there. And I was thinking, I'm getting all this punishment for what? It was hurting me like anything. A girl who had no place to go, I got married to her. To save a friend, I went, lost my eye. I'm trying to do something and I'm getting nothing. My neighbors had put on the light and that light reflection fell on the altar. 12 apostles, that hand carving was there. First of all, I was upset, totally crying, and I did not know what I should do. I just looked, I said, if you are God, help me out of it. Because I can't, and everybody are saying pray, pray. Even my brother is saying pray, who is a priest. The others are saying pray. Gone to the AA, they are saying pray, and I'm praying, but nothing is happening. If you are God, either take me out. And I was crying bitterly like a baby at that time. If not, if you can't help, please don't interfere. Let me drink and let me die. That was my last words. And I laid my head on the side of the couch. After 1 hour or so, I just got up as usual, removed the bottle, went to have a drink, just poured out the drink. I could not stand the smell. I felt it's too strong. I said, this government thing has become strong now. Started pouring water in that. Still the smell was irritating. Emptied it in some other vessel, put more water. Ended up nearly in a full glass of water. But still that water wouldn't go in the stomach. Then I had totally forgotten about this prayer and what I spoke to God and all those things. Nothing was there in my mind. I was thinking, some withdrawal symptoms, Austin, now you see your time has come, now go up. I just put my head down. Again, I was trying to sleep, no sleep also. Very, very disturbed. Whole night I removed like that, trying to drink every now and then, went and tried to drink so that I was thinking once I have a little bit sip, little bit in my stomach, I'll get that guts. But I couldn't stand the smell. That was quite disturbing. Like me, a person who never used to have tea, never used to have milk or anything like that, only alcohol 24 hours. But now, all of a sudden, I couldn't stand the smell. This was something amazing. I tried for 4 days, non-stop. I tried to drink. Then I realized that lady's words. Then pray. This was the first miracle that happened in my life, which showed me that this is life and my God is always ready to help me. Once I got God's help, I used to always think, no, there is something deep in this which I don't understand. There is some problem in my understanding. So I was looking out for a place where they teach Bible classes. They are really eye-openers. I have not come here as an escapist from the problem. I have come here just to find a more deeper meaning in life, which I used to think means I'm very, very intelligent person and I can tackle anybody and I can understand everybody's thought, but I was wrong. I used to always ask myself, why all these problems for me without doing anything? But after coming here, I started asking myself the question, why Christ suffered without any problem, without any mistake? It means if He has suffered for us, so naturally, it is nothing in front of His suffering, in front of Christ's suffering. Always when I am disturbed or afraid or any problem that I cannot face, I just take name of Jesus in my mind continuously, non-stop. I try to concentrate on that, and especially that verse which says, you are dear to me, you are mine, I have carved you on the palms of my hand. That gives me the strength, saying that I am not left alone.
Oh, taste and see how good the Lord is. I have tasted my Jesus in my life in many ways, many times, and He's so sweet to me. This is what I want to share with you all, to taste and see how good the Lord is. Unless we taste Him, we cannot say, who is Jesus? And for me, Jesus is everything. A father, a mother, a brother, a good friend. Especially when I was down in spirit, or when I went through afflictions and tribulations, I knew who my Jesus is. I'm born and brought up by the grace of God in a strong, God-fearing family. Especially my parents and my grandmother, they only instilled the fear of God, how to trust in Jesus from the very young age. I have heard from my mom that it's a miracle that I am born like a healthy baby, because I was supposed to die in my mom's birth canal because mommy was late to reach hospital. And soon I was born, my body was filled with blisters because I got stuck in the birth canal. And immediately I got an injection in order to avoid the infection. And that was the time I think my purification started in my life, my mom used to say. And another miracle was my name was set 2 years before I am born. My name is Maria Genevieve Isaac. So Genevieve was set 2 years before I am born. And Maria came because my mommy used to go for novenas on Saturdays at 8 o'clock. And I'm born on Saturday, 8 o'clock, March 5th. So that's how I got the name Maria. And Genevieve, because my dad's student's name was a Genevieve, and she asked my daddy to name, when you get a daughter, please name Genevieve. Like that, and Isaac is our surname. So even my name was set as it is written in the Bible. I have carved your name in my palm. So mommy used to say, you are a chosen baby. Otherwise, all these things won't happen in your life. I remember my mommy saying, because you are having Mother Mary's name, she is your mother, not I. So whatever problem you have, you go to her and tell. So I used to believe whatever they say. That was my nature then and now. So, and I was a regular church goer. And every day I used to go to church and I talked to Mama Mary, everything I want to say, whether good or bad, whatever I need, like that. I didn't know how to pray or what to pray and all. This is the usual conversation I had in the church, and I come back. And my the grandmother, whom I used to call Nana, she is very pious lady, and she used to narrate all the saint stories, especially Saint Anne's story, and I fell in love with Saint Anthony at a very young age. So Saint Anne, still now, he is the best friend for me. So there's a shrine opposite to my parish church. Every day I go there and talk to him. I complain, whatever I want, even sometimes I fight. Like that was my friendship grew. And Saint Anne has done such a lot of wonderful things in my life, miracles. Whenever I lost things, not only for me, for others also, when I prayed, he has answered. Like that. And I always prayed for purity, because the prayer for Saint Anne is a white lily of purity. So it has touched my heart a lot. And my Nana used to say, if you live holy, you can go to heaven. Then I started loving my Mama Mary so much that I hardly remember Jesus. And I was afraid to go to Jesus, seeing his wounds and blood and all. I never went to the crucifix. All my conversation with Mother Mary only. So it happened like in 8th standard I was studying. I felt that I am gradually losing my faith. I'm not interested in prayers. So I shared it with my priest, the parish priest, and he told me, you better recite the creed, then you will come up in the faith. So I believed, and I started praying the Apostles' Creed whenever possible. And I realized myself that my lost faith has been coming up. That's the time I first attended a retreat here in Divine with my aunt and uncle. So during that time, I was having back pain due to many falls in my childhood days. So some relief I got at that time. I can't say that I was completely healed, but I had some relief from the pain which I was having those times. But I never used to complain about my pain, because even from the young age, I underwent so many sickness in my life. Mommy used to say I used to get fits and fever, high fever. So every time she used to run to my hospital, run with me to a hospital. And I had asthma until the age of 13. That was healed when I visited St. Alphonsus. Then she was only blessed lady. Then I visited and I was healed. So many healings and miracles and pains and sickness was there as a part of my life. Because of all this sickness, maybe most of the time I was absent in the school and my studies were very difficult for me. So I can't even recollect any good day in the school, like any good day to say, except extracurricular activities in the music level. I used to shine a lot. But in the academic level, I was very poor, and that was really a burden for me. But nothing, because everything is like a Greek to me. And I struggled. That is the time I think I learned to trust more in Jesus. I came to learn how to pray and how to trust more in Jesus. Maybe that and this sickness helped me to stick to Lord more. In between, I used to attend retreats whenever possible. And I asked my Jesus, give me the gift of praise so that I can praise you. And that's the first time I got the gift of tongues to praise him. And I used to praise with the gift he gave me. Then I asked also to give me the gift of singing in voice. So that also Jesus gifted me. So automatically when I sing, it comes in voice. So I enjoyed it. But back pain was still there. With that pain, I entered into my pre-degree level. Then I was doing pre-degree in the college. It was a passion for me to do the nursing. So I took science group, and I have to say, Jesus blessed me with that. And as I was writing my second year, I had a severe headache, which I couldn't bear. Usually some pain I used to bear. This was beyond my bearable situation. So I told my mommy, I can't bear, I can't read anything, it's watering. They told, you are lazy, you can't study, that's why you're complaining about the pain. And I believed them. I didn't go for any checkup. Finally, my eyeball it was moving away from the normal alignment. And then that's the time they took me to the hospital. Then doctor told, it's 30 degree away from the normal alignment, so you have to wear the spectacles. And if it is not rectified with that, you have to undergo an operation. And I was sad. I don't like the spectacles. Now again for operation. I was sad, but I was praying. And that's the time I got the selection in the School of Nursing at Canano Mission Hospital. I went there, and there in the brochure I read that those who are having with eye problem, it's a negative mark on them, so they may not be selected. So I was sad because it was my passion to do the nursing. Then I came, after the interview I came down, then I heard that there's a retreat in my church. Those time I was having severe pain in my eyes, and my eyes were having some infection, plus this crossed eye problem also. Then that time I saw a man with very thick glass. So I thought, maybe I have to pray for him. So I have a nature of praying for others, and I'm very much moved when others are in pain. That's the grace God has given me. I didn't know that I was doing an intercessory prayer. So seeing that person, I started praying for him. On fourth day, that brother told, during the adoration time, a person, so all were raising the hands and praising God. I too was praising, and in my mind, my problem was there, but still I was remembering the other person with a thick glass. And then the brother told, a person who is having a problem on the left eye, Jesus is touching. As he was telling, I felt one touch on my eye, and my eye started beating, I don't know how many times, and multicolor. It's spinning round in front of my eyes. I cannot control my batting of the eyelids. And he told, believe that you are healed. And he asked everyone to put their hands down. I too wanted to put my hands down, thinking that I'm not worthy for my Jesus to touch because I'm a poor sinner. It must be that person for whom I am praying for. I wish so much him to be healed because mine is only a thin glass. He is having a thick glass. So that was sad. I was sad to see that. Thinking that I want to put my hands down, but it didn't work. My hands were frozen in the air like this. And then I believed it must be Jesus. Jesus has touched me. Then that brother told me, believe that you are healed. That day I threw my glasses and I realized that my eyes are in the normal position. Praise the Lord. That's the first touch, Jesus touch I experienced in my life. thank God, God has given me the grace to understand the meaning of suffering beforehand. All the classes He gave me through the retreat, and then only He sent me. so, so I knew why to suffer, what to suffer, how to suffer, like that. What's the meaning of suffering? That is, God was preparing me gradually. My only consolation at that time was the Bible and the rosary in my hand. And I remember my doctor asking me, "You're all the time praying, because rosary will be always in my hand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that I'm praying all the time," but that was a comfort and strength for me. And I took the Bible and I opened. I got Romans 8:18. When I consider the present suffering, it is not worth compared to the glory that is about to reveal to us. Then the next day again I opened the Bible. I got John 15:2. He will prune the branches that bear fruit to make it bear more fruit. And you are being cleansed with these words spoken to you. There also I didn't understand much, but what I understood is Jesus is pruning me. Something purification connected with purification. That's all I understood. During that time when I was laid bedridden, I used to hear a voice, "Jesus will heal you, Jesus will heal you." Like that, whenever I was down in spirit, I used to hear this voice. I didn't know who was talking to me, what voice, from where. Only thing, that powerful voice, comforting and strengthening and uplifting voice it was. I think Jesus was explaining His love through the different incidents in my life, how He intervened in my life, how much He loves me. But I didn't realize it. I attended retreat in the Divine Retreat Center. At that time, I got healing in my spondylosis because I couldn't turn my neck to this side or that side. So that was healed, and that the counselor told me, "Jesus will heal you, but it will take some time. You have to wait for Jesus." And days and months passed by. It took nearly 1.5, 2 years for me to get completely healed. As I was attending the retreat, a brother told me, "There's a person who has got healed from back pain, but the person has not realized it. So now God is giving an inspiration for her to understand. Please stand up." As he was announcing this, I got an inspiration to stand up. And then I stood up, and then he told, "Believe, you are healed." Then I started getting a strong desire to learn the Word of God. I want to know more about Jesus. I really wanted to learn the Word of God. I want to understand. Then I planned like I can join the Bible college, but I was not sure whether I'm taking the right step. So that's the time I met my spiritual father. So he also advised me, "Why don't you do the Bible course? There's Bible course in the Divine Retreat Center." So I came here last April to attend the retreat. That time I met Father Augustine Valluran, and I shared my experience. Then he also advised me better do the Bible course, 1-year Bible course. So that's how now I am doing the Bible course. And there was a time I asked Jesus what to do. What am I supposed to do? Then when I opened a book, I got a sentence, "Serving God is a beautiful thing." So I believe that God has a plan for me. But which way, I don't know. I'm not yet sure. But I'm always open for my Jesus to work through my life. My only aim for my being on this earth is to glorify His name. That's my only prayer. Lord, let your name be glorified always and forever. That's what I want. My hands I'll give to use for thee, for yours are torn from Calvary. Those hands that knew a carpenter's trade were nailed that day for me to see. No greater gift can ever be than that which God did give to me. For long long ago He gave to us the greatest gift we'll ever receive.